What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to Dungeon Defenders. I am back at it, checking out some of that new CDT content that was added in, and these maps are just a ton of fun. Now, one of the challenges I've had with doing the new maps is most of the maps have a big meaty boss at the end. Although the pro players are just melting these bosses like they're nothing, for someone that's got just above trash tier DPS, I have a bit of a challenge with these bosses. Now, part of these new maps and the new update is lots and lots of awesome new pets. And I'm going to be taking advantage of the free-range Mega Chicken, which is just an absolute beast. You can get this free-range Mega Chicken by collecting 10 free-range organic eggs, which drop in that Spring Valley Escort mission that I did just a few days ago. Now, this pet, without a doubt, is just an absolute beast, and although I am just above trash tier, this allows me to really put out a decent amount of DPS on a DPS monk here to take advantage of some of these beast mode pets. So let's go ahead and switch on over to our Aura monk and hop in and get this thing started. And away we go into the Magus Citadel. This one, the boss at the end, is an apprentice, and the main thing this apprentice has that gets me anyway is just an absolutely unbelievable one-shot mana bomb. So you definitely, without a doubt, want to look out for that mana bomb as you get to it. Now, I usually start off with an aura stack in each one of the cores here. Starting up top, we're going to knock out these two. And then let's grab a little bit more mana here. And then we can get another aura stack down here at the bottom at this core here. Collect up the leftovers that's laying around here for me. And then we're going to get over to an EV and get some buff beams laid down. Now, with the exception of my EV, most of my builders are anywhere between like the 4,000 to 6,000 stat range. So my builders are more than enough to get the job done on these maps. However, my DPS is just rough. So, let's see. This particular core, I know most people are only going with one reflect on this one. However, I'm having a little bit of a hard time when I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and completely lock this particular core in with a three node or 3 wall reflect there. I got a little peeky hole there, but no big deal. I'm going to stick my buff beam right over here and then come over to this core. Now on this core, I'm only going to go with 2 reflects, just one on each side, and then a buff beam as well. Might as well get these reflects buffed up. Looks like I'm off just a touch on that one, but we will make do. And then let's head on down. We got 40 seconds left to this bottom tier. And going to do the same thing down here. Just two reflects should get the job done for us here. Maybe. And then let's just throw in a little 4D buff beam down there as well. Now with only 20 seconds left, we're going to switch on over to our Apprentice or Adept and get some DSTs down, as that's what's going to do the bulk of the work through wave 1 here. I'm going to face one directly down that way, and then the other 2 off at an angle, and quickly swap over to my Jester, and let's collect up some mana and get wave 1, or wave 10 I should say, pumping away here. Now my goal here really is just to get this first buff beam upgraded, which of course is no issue at all. And then I want to collect and get myself up to full mana, that way I'm ready for my builders as soon as this wave ends. Now the 3 DSTs are more than enough for wave 1 with the help of the Auras of course. So they're getting it done. See, and we are looking good. And now we're going to swap on over to a ranger or huntress and going to get some gas traps down. Now, the gas traps, I wasn't using them at the beginning because they seemed completely unnecessary. The gas traps are just ridiculous against this new enemy, which are the Apprentice towers. That's right, there's actually an enemy on this map that will be Apprentice towers running at you, and these things are pretty ridiculous. So the gas traps kind of bring these things to an absolute standstill and have been just extremely beneficial. So I am spamming them everywhere. We're getting gas traps at every single core just to make life easier. Now we got our gas traps down. Let's go ahead and switch it back up over to an Apprentice to get the rest of our defenses squared away here. And we're just going to go with a bunch of LTs stacked right here. That should get us. And then, last but not least, I know most people are doing minionless builds. However, although my builders are in decent shape, they are not spectacular. So I'm not going minionless. Now I'm going to drop 3 mages just directly across right in front of the forge right here. And then basically just create a little protective barrier with some archers and a spider just on each side. Go ahead and spam up a row of archers right here. We still got plenty of time left, so no big rush here. Just going to go 4 on that side leading up to the core. We'll do the same thing over here. Just kind of creating that little stopping area for the ogres so they don't just march right into my LTs and wreck everything up. And then we'll throw just a few more in front just for good measure since we have lots of time and plenty of mana left over. And I think that will get it. Now, obviously, I want to get my LTs and DSTs completely upgraded, but I also want to make sure I'm getting these other buff beams squared away. So I'm just going to start off with this buff beam right up top here, and we'll get it going. Plenty of enemies right here to get lots of juice. There was those Apprentice towers I was talking about rolling in. They are just really, really mean if you're not prepared for them. Now the gas traps do just kind of make light work of them. There's no doubt there. See, let's just go ahead and get this one all the way at the bottom as well. And there we go. And now we can just focus on those DSTs and LTs. And get these all jacked up just as far as we can. We've got several ways before we need to worry too much about them. I'm not wheeling any kills or damage because I actually want... There's not very many enemies on these starting waves, and I want the enemies to last a little while so I can get as much mana as I can and get as much of this stuff upgraded as I can. Now, of course, in a perfect world, I would hit the buff beams and LTs and whatnot and call it good. However, I, not the highest stats, although doing fairly decent on my builders. Now, I do like to start every wave off with a wheel heal. As you see, I'm just ignoring my auras. So they're going to be ticking down. I don't have the highest defense health on those auras. So at the start of every wave, I'm just going to throw down a wheel heal to make sure I get those auras squared away. So let's go ahead and get wave 12 started. We'll get our heal in, and then right back to just getting our DSTs and LTs squared away here. Trying to do the DSTs first. I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as they both get upgraded, it'll be all good. And that's it for the DSTs, so that's hitting archers. So I'm not quite ready to spam yet. Only 2 mobs left, not very many. Now, of course, I could take advantage of the entire break in between waves, collect up all the mana that's on the ground, grab all the chests, and get this stuff upgraded a lot quicker. but you all know I am just way too lazy for that. So as you see, the Auras took a little bit of a beating, not too bad. So let's just go ahead and get it started, and we'll start the wave off with a little heal here. Get those Auras squared away. Now, 13 of 15, so it's a pretty quick run. The map goes by super quick, and it's a really fun design. Now, that Harpoon pet, and then there's a Deadly Striker tower pet, both drop in the survival version of this map on wave 30 and wave 35, and both of those are just absolutely beast mode. The Harpoon itself is just ridiculous. I'm very anxious to farm up a decent one of those, as I don't have a spectacular roll on any of them quite yet. We're going to be able to get this bad boy squared away before the end of this wave. Looks like we got one more LT in there to get upped. We're getting there. Actually, there might be even another one after that. But we still have one more wave, so no big deal. I will just kind of spam upgrades around once I get my DSTs and LTs all squared away. It looks like that's it for the Apprentice Tower, so it is a good game there. And might as well just grab what's right here staring at me. And then away we go for wave number 14. Once again, starting off with that wheel heal. Just something with, you know, lower end builder stats. Not enough defense health to really survive through the whole thing. I'm just going to spam some upgrades around for the rest of this wave. On these minions and auras right here. Now, I'd like to end the wave with some mana, but it's not a huge deal if I don't, as we do have to go through all of wave 15, of course, before the boss comes. So I'm going to be switching over to that DPS Monk, and not spectacular stats on him. It's a good starter Monk, I think, which means it does take quite a while for me to kill the boss, unfortunately. But I've been able to get it done without having to split screen in like a hero boost and a proton charge EV. Of course, that would probably be the quickest way, or the easiest way, would be to do that. And let's see, let's go ahead and switch it up over onto our Monk. And let's get this chicken getting things done. So, just need to be full on mana before the boss gets here, which is more than enough time. More than adequate time to get that done. Now, the boss is always going to spawn down below. I say down below at that south core, which is actually down the hill from us there. So the boss is going to spawn down there. We're going to want to make sure we go down there and get set up. And as I mentioned, that mana bomb is a one-shot, so I don't think it matters how beast mode you are. I'm pretty sure that mana bomb is always going to be a one-shot. Going to use our inadequate tower boost here, just to get all these minions back up to full health. And what, about 500 mobs left? They burning? They are burning. The Apprentice is very jumpy. He likes to jump around all over the place, and he's not going to be shy to kind of trap you in a corner. Now, if he traps you in a corner, you potentially are not going to have enough time to get away from that mana bomb, and the mana bomb will kill you. So I'm going to do my best not to get trapped into a corner. The reason I actually put 3 mages up top here is not for my minions, but for me. As since the boss fight mainly occurs down below down there, I like to have a little escape where I can jump up to and get healed up if need be. So let's head on down. We're full up on mana and good to go. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and we'll upgrade these auras. Maybe. There we go. And then we should have enough mana right here just to get full back up. There we go. I'm going to start off right at the top of the stairs here, and the mage should spawn right over in that area right about there. And it didn't. Where are you at, mage? Oh, no, it's down there. Alright, let's get our little chicken clucking here. And there is that mana bomb animation. So back away. Don't get yourself mana bombed. That is going to lead to some unhappy times. It's actually kind of tough to... The Apprentice blends in super, super well. And then this is where he likes to trap me, right over here. There's another mana bomb coming. I think we're far enough away. Yeah, plenty distance away there. Go, go, little chicken, go! It looks like I am running low on juice. Let's grab a little mana. Oh, there's none there. Ouch. $600 million. Got a ways to go yet. Get full back up on mana, and then I can pop my my hero boost again. And that will help out quite a bit. And here we go. Let's see if we can't get some damage in on this guy this time. Mana bomb incoming. Getting a decent amount of damage in on him with that chicken this time here. Like I said, this is far from being a glorious boss kill, as it does just take me forever to kill him. But, you know, I'm able to kill him, and that alone is pretty awesome to me. So, when I first started these maps, I was able to, after a few tries, I was able to make it through to the bosses without any problems. But then it just became too much. They were just way too much for me. I was not ready for it. And, you know, the beatdown commenced. Should be another mana bomb incoming here soon. Out of juice again, but only 200 million health left, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. Go, go, little chicken, go. It's over behind. Went over and hid behind that tower. Here it comes back out. Looks like another mana bomb's coming. Or no, no. No mana bomb there. Let's get our hero boost going again and see if we can't get this boss dead. Uh-oh. I saw that one coming. I almost got caught up on something and didn't get away in time, but it looks like we're going to be able to get the boss burned. And one of the drops on this map is the Ace of Spades, which those of you that know me know I'm worked in the casino business for a large portion of my life, and this bad boy shoots cards. So, I mean, it's kind of designed for me, it feels like. I'm pretty stoked about it, and I can't wait to find a really, really good one to wreck it up, and maybe this will be my run to get a good one. See, and there's the Ace of Spades. You also get a hat accessory, which I got a cursed one that time. Doesn't look fantastic. Let's see, where is that ace at? Looks like we got this Ace of Spades right here, which that is not, that's not too terrible. Actually, that's the best one I think I've seen so far. If we look at this one, like I said, it shoots playing cards. I mean, how cool is that? They also pierce, so it will penetrate packs of mobs. Just the most awesome thing ever. Cannot wait to get a really, really good variety of this one here. So that was a look at the Magus Citadel on Nightmare Hardcore. So thank you all so much for watching. If you're interested in getting back into Dungeon Defenders 1, DD1 still does have a very active community. The DD server is full of CDT members and DD event hosts, plus just a ton of very, very knowledgeable players. I can't suggest checking them out enough if you're wanting to hop back in to some Dungeon Defenders 1. So the link to their Discord server will be down in the description below. Make sure to head on over and check them out. And I will see you next time around. Take it easy.